Yo, it's your boy Spiritualist Beetea, and I'm here at Talks to talk to you about a very important topic that I've been seeing going around on the internet. And I also just got done doing some extra research on the topic. So I'm just here to, drop my perspective on the topic and stuff like that, because I'm here to say my testimony, since everyone's saying their little testimony, saying what's going on, that made them go from new age to Jesus. Is nothing new age about what African spirituality, first of all, because how's it new age when it was way before? We gonna get that topic later. But anyway, not even just African spirituality, the occult. The occult means hidden knowledge. Basically anything that deals with the third world country that happened way before the Babylons and before anything like that, they demonized it. Anything that got to do with tarot, anything that got to do with magic, anything that got to do with basically African spirituality, period. But I also seen people talking about, different type of other religions too, with Japanese people and stuff like that, But first of all, we're just going to jump into it and let you know from here, spirituality and religion is two different things. It's something the same, but it's two different things, because they both are trying to make you reach enlightenment. They both are teaching you to be one with yourself and one with God. People feel like when you move to spirituality that you have to give up God. No, baby. God, the true creator, is always going to be who he is, no matter what title you give him. Universe, God, higher self, true creator, whatever you want to give him, he's the same energy, and he's going to love you the same, because he is the true embodiment of love. Baby girl, baby boy. Come on, queens and kings. Let's do it. But, first of all, I'm going to just jump off and jump into this right here that I just was researching from my home girl, Country Queen. Country Queen really put us on. She's been putting me on for like 2 years now, I've been following her for a while, even before I started petitioning my ancestors. Before I get into that story, before I even get into this, I'm going to break down a little bit of me, who I am. Okay, so I've been on this spiritual journey for a long time. I can say since I was like 7 to 8 years old, like having the consciousness to truly remember all the things I was reading. Because I've been reading since I was 2 years old. I've always been a vast reader. You can ask anybody that I've been around, anybody that was school with me. I don't have to validate anything, but for people who feel like they need more information on people and stuff like that, ask around about what I'm saying. Ask about me, anyone can tell you who I am. People see my character, because I let who I am and what I do show. I don't try to push anything on anybody or prove anything to anybody. But one thing I am going to do right now is jump on the subject and let people know they can stop demonizing what we got going on. Because just because it's not for you, it's not for the faint of heart, it's not for the people who doesn't want to do the work. Because with spirituality, you're going to do the work. It's about you. It's no middleman. It's nobody's coming to help you, nothing like that. It's about you. You getting right with yourself and getting right with God so you can heal yourself. No one's healing you. Ain't that right, Paulo? This is Paulo, y'all. Say, hey, Paulo. This is my familiar. Yes, Ashe, a familiar, bitch. Look it up, what it means. But anyways, y'all, I ain't coming over here to get at y'all all mean and rough and stuff like that. I'm here to spread love, light, and clarity, always and forever. But anyways, I'm an Aquarius, so I'd be rambling. But back to what I was saying, I started off with my spiritual journey basically resonating with, I left the church in a real early age because of I could feel with my impalpabilities and my intuition still started growing at a young age, and I could feel deceitful people. I could feel people who, when they talking and they preaching stuff like that, I can tell that they're not really living the shit they preaching, basically. So stuff like that. I can see through, and intuition can help you see through deception. It can let you see through illicit intent, when people are trying to push the agenda or something on somebody and they're not really living that themselves, or when people really are trying to mislead the community, mislead the collective, So boom, I been left the church because the preachers and the people that I was around, I was introduced to in different churches, because my grandmother used to go to different churches, we used to go to different churches because my grandma, she was a very strongly Christian woman, which is nothing wrong with that. First and foremost, there's nothing wrong with you being a Christian if that's what you choose to do. But what is wrong when you choose to demonize other things because you don't understand it, or because it's not what you follow. Because if we're gonna go deeper, hey baby, you're really worshiping and you're really doing the oppressor's religion. No, Jesus and Christ is not the oppressor's religion, but the religion Christianity Yes, it is. You can't even try to make it seem like it's not. Like you can't make it seem like it's not. The Christianity version that you guys use in the Western side of the world over here in America. Yes, it's the oppressive religion, man. They use this religion to enslave our people. And I'm not just here speaking on black people, because I'm speaking for all races, all things like that. They're different spirituality. The spirituality is very diverse. Spirituality is what's unique and personal to you. Religion is that more structured guideline type of thing, and it's nothing wrong with that. Some souls come to this world, reincarnate into this world to live that type of lifestyle, to live a more structured lifestyle. They need rules and stuff on them to move forward and a guide and to better their journey on this on their journey. Sorry, I got Geetea in my blood, and I just decided to hop right up on this video to start dropping some knowledge. So you just gonna have to bear with me, authentic and true. I'm not editing anything, but yeah. So back to I still haven't told my story. Back to my story. Boom. So I started off in moving from the church to actually starting researching a lot, like reading different stories, reading a lot of different things about witchcraft, supernatural creatures, the fantasy stuff like that. Everything to me was so fantasy. Like it seemed so familiar, but to me as a child, I was reading it was just fantasy, at first, until I started getting deep into the witches side, witchcraft and stuff, and then boom, I realized what witchcraft really was. I had to learn where witchcraft really stemmed from, because my grandma did not want me doing witchcraft. No. She did not want me doing witchcraft. And there's different forms of witchcraft. Let me go ahead and tell you that now. The witchcraft that they show you in movies with demonizing things, exorcism and stuff like that, it's gonna surprise you that African spirituality don't have exorcism. That shit comes from white folks. And not just saying white folks, but the English man, not trying to come from nobody, nothing like that. But that type of witchcraft, demonic things, comes from Greeks and stuff like that. Because if you break down on the word demon, it breaks down to daemon, and daemon breaks down to demigod, and demigod means half man, half God, and demigod comes from the Greeks, okay? But that's a whole different story, They was dealing with demigod, they were dealing with energies they didn't understand, and they were possessing them, taking control of their vessel, because this is a vessel. This is a vessel, baby. We are all spiritual beings having a spiritual journey, okay? We're here having a human experience. This shell is nothing but a shell. You come back with a different shell every time you reincarnate, okay? You choose your family when you first come in. You choose your whole life, really, because you learn lessons. Your soul is here to learn lessons and to elevate so it can reach up back higher into consciousness, okay? We are creators having an experiencing itself. I say it. That's why people like to say I am God and stuff like that, but they're not. They know they're not the true creator, but we are creators. We're co-creators to the universe. We are here manifesting and making things happen. I say it. I don't understand how they trying to say manifestation is evil, it's demonizing, but that's what you do every day. Every time you think of something and you bring it to existence, you just manifested it. Yes, manifestation is, I feel, me personally, from my personal experience, manifestation and magic has a fine line between it. It's kind of different to me, but it's no better than the other, both works, But yeah, so boom, moving from Christianity to moving into boom, my grandma basically demonizing witchcraft to me, stuff like that. Like that's not what I'm supposed to be moving. They took my books and stuff, because I found this good ass. I found a book from the public library that wasn't even in the library system. Like they was like, not what the fuck, but they was like, we don't even know where this book come from, but you can still check it out type shit, So it's here, so obviously it's one of ours type stuff, but you still check it out. We don't know where it come from. So the little what I had to do on the computer, got the book. I'm reading the fuck out that book, thick ass book. Now that big this thick, bro. And I'm young as fuck. I'm 11, 12 around this time reading that shit. Cause 10 years old was a big change in my life, or me learning a lot of things about who I was, a lot of things about who my real father was and who he wasn't, different things like that. Different things happened to me to push me closer to myself, to figuring out who I am, So boom, fast forward over the years, still learning about different supernatural creatures, learning about different religions, different practices and stuff like that. Because there's a difference between a religion and a practice, okay? Get that right. Just like with voodoo. I don't do voodoo, I don't do voodoo, none of that. But I did research that, look into that, and it's very interesting. I love my Haitian Creole side. I love the stuff that they do. Okay, but back to what I was saying, voodoo is a religion. Voodoo is a practice. Two different things, you know. You can practice something without being into religion. Same as witchcraft and Wicca for the white people, you know. I personally feel like people should get back to their roots and do what their ancestors did, because that's what's going to bring you the most success, because that's what's in your bloodline, you know. That's just how I personally feel. Like I keep saying personal, because that's just my perception, my way how I perceive things. So that just because you don't feel the same way don't mean I'm right, you wrong, you right, I'm wrong. No, it's just what it is, I say. But boom, so yeah, we moved into 2018 was when I first started petitioning my ancestors fully, because my grandma died in 2017, and it takes a soul a year to do his full little journey and remember who his stuff. It could take a little more depending on who the person was and what they did in this lifetime type shit, but yeah. But I was already very in tune like with spirits and stuff, and having different paranormal experiences with my friends, because like just picture a lot of like younger people with high elevated energy and that knows and tapped into this type of shit, all hanging together type shit 24/7 versus you being out scared out like type shit. You know, energy will flock to that group more than like, boom, I gotta go out searching for other people to fuck with. Let me just fuck with this whole group of kids, you know? And then like, boom, we know what we got going on, but we actually don't. And I didn't start actually getting more knowledge into what was I had going on, my abilities, about being an empath, about channeling, about having different psychic abilities, about spiritual gifts, because first of all, spiritual gifts are your gifts from God, from the Most High. Psychic abilities is something entirely different. And then you can be born with psychic abilities, and you also can grow and learn to use them. I say it's different. I like to use this analogy about football. Like everyone can play football. I got that bitch throw football, don't mean I'm good at it, but it can be this nigga named Lerone. He was born to play football. Nigga came out the damn womb ready to throw a damn football. This nigga, he's gifted in football. The same with spiritual gifts and psychic abilities. Some people are gifted with them. Some people have to learn. Gifts and talents, I say, okay? Boom, rolling up into it. I was one of those people that's gifted with what I got going on. So like, boom, I didn't really understand how I knew things, how I was feeling some type of way about certain things, why I felt things so intensely, why I could feel why a motherfucker was, when the motherfucker sad, hating me, like me, don't like it, anything, the simplest emotions I could pick up on, like type shit, you know? So like, boom, I was studying also, I used to also study a lot astrology, you know, and it's mainly focused towards my sign. And then over the years, the Most High put in my place a person that I was close with that had like, I literally had a friend that I was close with that was, each one of them was a different zodiac sign. Like I had it was at least like 16 of us, and like 12 of them each was different sign. And I think we had like another Aquarius, another Virgo, a Leo, and I think Sagittarius. Yeah, it was more than one Sagittarius. That's it. But everybody else with their own zodiac sign type shit, and including me. So it was me and my homeboy Jordan. He was an Aquarius, but since they all my friends, I didn't count me type shit, you know. And I studied their personalities. I studied who they were. And at the same time, when I started getting friends with people, because people who I am, I like to start reading up on my friends and my family and stuff like that. I started getting to know what a birth chart was. A birth natal chart is nothing but the simpler form of it, like the basis of it is nothing but something that can teach you about your personality. I say? Okay, so boom. Learning all this type of stuff, and then getting into with my ancestors really helped me a lot, because in 2018 I was going through a lot. I was homeless. I didn't have no place to go. I was living with my cousin, and it's like, it was crazy. Like, boom. But my faith in the Most High and my faith in my ancestors got me through that. Like now, I'm finna be moving to a whole new state. Like they don't took me to a whole 360. Like I done been through a lot. Like I done got damn gained and lost a lot to figure out and find out who I am, you know. Because at the end of the day, People need to realize and start taking accountability for themselves and start putting the blame on everything else. It's easy to say that motherfucker did it before you say you did it, and you know that. Now, a lot of things that people are going through is like they have a lot of old trauma from like they 30, 40, and they finally trying to jump to the spiritual path, and they finally trying to do shadow work, and they realize a lot of old shit they thought that they didn't have to deal with start coming up. Yes, you have to do the work. You can't just get out here preaching about spirituality, saying you do this, then you do that, and you don't do the work. Of course this shit ain't gonna work for you. Of course the spirit's gonna call you out on your shit, because spirits don't work the same way as we do. Spirits don't operate on the same level as we do, baby. You can't be out here false claiming, just like Country Queen said. If you in the gang, if you saying you in GD or you a Crip, and then a motherfucker come up to you and try to say, yo, what's up, fam, do the handshakes, and you don't know the handshakes, bitch, you finna get your ass whooped. You finna get worked out of this bitch. You finna get whooped, get you beat up, and all that. Same thing with spirits. When you claiming that you want to do something, you claiming that you following something, claiming that you about something, and then when spirit come and test you, and you not ready for that test, and you fail, what you think gonna happen? Bitch, you gonna get a 0. Bitch, you gonna get repercussions type shit. It's like this. Basically, boom. Even with God, you out here playing with God. Motherfuckers know, like with Christianity, you know not to play with God. Boom, you out here saying Jesus this, Jesus that, God this, God that, and you not even doing nothing you saying you doing. Ain't that shit gonna follow up on you? Ain't that shit gonna follow up on you? I say, okay, boom. Another thing that I strongly want to goddamn preach on, like I don't even preach, but I want to goddamn put this in your mind. Spirituality does not mean, oh, I have to give up God, I have to give up my no, spirituality is what's diverse and what's diverse. Damn, I can't even talk. Spirituality is what's connect to you. It's what's special to you, I say. It's what's special to how your heart and what your soul is calling out for. So boom, we got the project on Project Pogo, we got Project Zypher, we got Project Stargate, and we got Operation Mockingbird. Project Pogo, I think I'm saying it right, it's basically a project that the YouTube people basically goes and make video like YouTube pays people to mislead the public and shit like that. And with all these projects and stuff I'm talking about, you have the liberty to go do your own research. Don't have to listen to just what I say. Go do your own research. Go see for yourself about the things that's going on, because that's why I always like to tell people. That's what I do myself as an Aquarius. And also with my Scorpio moon, I'm very overanalyzing. I'm gonna go deep. I'm gonna go see what the fuck's going on. I need to know, because with me, I'm gonna go for the knowledge. I'm hungry for the knowledge. I want to learn. I want the truth. I need the truth, because I just want to truly understand. But more than anything, if I could ask the Most High for any gift, which I do ask him for this, I ask him for the gift of understanding. I don't need no money, no love, no judgment, none of that shit. I need understanding. I want to understand myself. I want to understand other people. I want to understand why people treat you this way. I want to understand why you go do this, why you have to do this, why you do this, why the stars are like that. I want to understand it all, you know? So I'm here to get this knowledge. Occult means nothing but hidden knowledge. What's hidden knowledge? Knowledge that you can go fucking find. But anyways, you got Project Zypher, and that's damn, I don't think I watched the whole video with her when she was talking about Project Zypher. I still gotta do more research on that one. But I basically I can jump to Stargate though. Project Stargate is basically a project where psychics and different terrorists and stuff are teaming up with the government to basically spy on you and basically get information off of you. And y'all, divination is a real ass tool. Divination is real. You have to understand the difference between just regular tarot readers and people who can do divination working with spirits. That's some powerful ass work type shit, you know. You got Operation Mockingbird. It's basically the governments and the agents, you know, they use social media. They use all different types of social media, not just YouTube, but you got Facebook, different things like that that push certain agendas. And we see this all the time. If you see things on the main headboards with the news and shit, that's basically shit you really don't even pay attention to, because they trying to give it to you. They put it right in your face to distract you from the shit that's really going on type shit. It's a lot of things going on. This is the year 2020. A lot of people are starting to see clearly. It's the year of the 2020 vision. You may be like, y'all just making that note. Do your research, baby. 2 + 2 is 4. 4 is all about foundations. 4 is all about stability. 4 is all about foundations and stability. You need to be able to be stable. You need to be able to form foundations that are very solid, because if they wasn't this year, they got knocked the fuck down. And you've seen that shit with your own eye. You see a lot of people are going through a lot of tired moments this year, and that's okay, because next year is all about the fire, all about change. Now that we're setting new, better foundations for ourselves, now that we're seeing that things wasn't working out how it's supposed to, the people who was being around is not the people we're supposed to be with. Now it's time to apply those changes and the lessons we learned next year. It's time to apply it, and we're already applying it now as the year is going to go out. I shake. So boom. With me, like with my ancestors stuff, I can honestly say my ancestors helped me a lot. They helped me with getting a job. They helped me with building my character. They helped me with getting money every day to this day now. Like, I don't even worry about my bills. I don't worry about a lot of different things, because I give it to my ancestors. And when I need it, they bring it to me. Like, when I don't need it, they hold it off. Like, no cap, my ancestors take control of my money, like my money flow. Like, they know how I am with spending and stuff. Like, so when I got big money coming in, they literally will hold that shit, make things happen to me, hold my shit until it's time for me to use that money. And that's just me personally, because that's how my grandma was, period. Like, my grandma is somebody that's very stable. She was Taurus. She's very stable. Taurus people are, they look, not just that they overindulge, but they're very materialistic, so, they don't play about their money and stuff like that. So my grandma helps me a lot, and I also have my granddaddy as an ancestor, and my auntie, and those are the ancestors I'm in tune with, and I have many more that's coming to me. You have lots of ancestors. You have a bloodline type shit, and you also have different types of spirit guides around you. You don't just have ancestors. You have angels. You have deities, and deities are the ones that people be calling God and stuff like that. Like, deities are nothing but elevated beings. All these beings are elevated beings that live on parallel dimensions of us. Get into quantum physics. If you want to goddamn learn the science version of spirituality, quantum physics is basically all you need to study. To learn about this metaphysical world, man. Because everything ties together. Science and magic and math, all that shit ties together. Numerology, I was just speaking on numerology. Science is basically, not science, magic is the form of the shit that you just can't explain. That's how I see it as. It's like the shit that you can't just sit there and put on paper like, this is why it happened. It happened because of your faith, because of your ashe, because of the spirits and stuff like that, So you really can't explain it. Something simple as like, boom. You got them trying to manifest I personally do magic, But I also use manifestation and stuff like that. But I personally do candle magic and things like that, which, if you do manifestation, there's nothing wrong with that. If you do candle magic, there's nothing wrong with that. If you do neither, there's nothing wrong with that. Because you are here to have an experience based on your soul, on your spirit. You're not here to help, I almost fucked up saying that. You are here to help others and be of service to other people, stuff like that. But you're not here to please people. You're not here to tell people, try to prove to someone that who you are. You're not here to try to push people to what you believe in, nothing like that. Because if a person gonna follow it, they're gonna follow it because that's what they soul resonate with too. I say. New age to Jesus. New age to Jesus. Dude, that don't even make no damn sense. Jesus damn new. This nigga ain't even been around for that damn long. And I'm not even coming for you, Jesus, because Jesus is his own entity, his own energy, He's an energy that people see in a different way, because how I see it, his true name was not Jesus. Like, a lot of these stories with these different religions are just retold stories of the same story of the beginning, but it's all in different people's perception. It's basically like, that little game that we used to play in school, when the teacher be like, I'm gonna tell little Jacob something, and when they get married, we gonna see if what I said stayed the same. So she tell little Jacob, I like to eat sandwiches. Little Jacob gonna say, she said she likes sandwiches. And then Sarah gonna tell Mike, she said something about some sandwiches. Then it keep going, because people leave out words or people add words type shit. You see how again, then when you finally get to the last person and you tell the teacher what she said, they say you like peanut butter jelly sandwiches. But all I said was I like sandwiches, but like period. I do like peanut butter jelly sandwiches, But boom. And something simple as that. People are telling the same story in different perspectives. And I'm sorry if I'm confusing people. Like, I feel like I'm just all over the place, because I passionately feel for what I do. I passionately feel about this spirituality shit. Like, not just African spirituality is in the general, as period. Because it's not just the African way to be spiritual. You don't have to be going to the African side to be spiritual. If you resonate more with Greek mythology, you resonate more with Roman mythology, you resonate more with Shintoism, you resonate more with the Muslims, with Catholics, it doesn't matter. It's all about who you are. And you have no right to judge nobody for what they do. I say. You have no right to judge anyone for what they do or what they say, anything like that. Yes, some basics to the spiritual stuff, but spirituality is very diverse. Okay? I say. So, I think that's about it. I think that's about it all I want to talk about. Like, I just want to really hop on here and just really like let y'all know, like, don't be just listening to anybody. Don't just get scared. Let people scare you up about shit without doing your own research type shit. Because for one, Africans did not worship many gods. That's a big ass false. For one, that's a false. These deities that you hear of, the Orishas, the Lawal, different spirits and different entities, they are higher elevated beings. It's like spirituality is like a ladder. It's like a ladder. Let me draw right here. Spirituality is like a ladder. Okay? So if we on this ladder, and the Most High is at the top, and humans are at the bottom, because I feel animals are really more connected to source than we are, and humans are at the bottom. In between this ladder from the humans, hold up, God just wrote humans and Most High. Between this ladder, between the humans and the Most High, you got your deities, you got your ancestors, you got your deities, you got the different animal guys, the different spirits. You got the low vibrational spirits up there too. You got all them bitches. You got the goddamn the Orishas, the Lawal, your angels. And the Orishas and the Lawal, the angels, they're really like some of the most close up there to the Orishas and angels, to the Most High, because how high they are in vibrations type shit, you know. So you're gonna have to start learning more of what this like spirituality. I can't put everything in one video. That's why I'm so all over the place, because I know so much different things, you know. So it's like, if you guys want to know a certain thing that what I don't spoke on, or a certain thing that you guys have been thinking about, drop your questions in the comments so I can make more videos to what to talk about for you guys, you know. Because right now it's just I'm just spitting out shit and I'm all over the place, because I'm just really trying to like basically combat this new age of Jesus thing. Because like boom, they're gonna sit here and demonize what we got going on. I'm gonna sit here and tell the truth, and I'm gonna let you guys decide what you want to believe. Because you can feel my authenticity, you can feel my truthfulness, you can feel, even through the phone, as I'm saying this, you can feel how real I feel about what I'm talking about, and you can feel how real the shit I'm saying. You can see like, bro, it's truth in what this man's saying. Like, your spirit, your soul do not allow you to listen to bullshit. And you sat here and listened to this whole 26 going on 30-minute video. So that lets you know he can't be speaking no bullshit, because I'm not going to sit down and listen to no bullshit. So with that being said, do your own research. Do not be fooled by government agents and people in the shit just trying to drop knowledge on you and make you feel confused about what's true and what's not. Because at the end of the day, how is your ancestors evil? That's basically you saying your grandma evil, because you were just calling your grandma an angel. So since you call her your ancestor, she's evil? That shit evil? Like, come on now. Let's make some sense to what the fuck y'all saying. And I know I'm cussing and stuff, but I'm a human being, you know. I am trying to slow down cussing and things like that. I am changing, I am growing, but I'm real, I'm authentic, I'm true. I don't put on the front with nothing. I don't put on the front for nobody. I am who I am, and I'll always be Bunte. I would never want to be nobody else but me. I love me. I came too far to allow for me to be following blindly behind somebody. Be a leader, not a follower. I say. Love and light to y'all. This is Spiritual BT speaking to you. You already know. Love and light. Deuces.